So welcome to the team call. It's obviously the 8th of December. And with that being said, I was thinking today, right, what are we going to talk about today? What's going to be really relevant and useful to you guys, like in the season that we're in? I'm just going to mute everyone, sorry. And I thought the most useful thing is what would I have been like really, would have been really welcome for me this time last year. And I definitely think it's, like, you've heard me say it on the team page in it live, like, you kind of make a decision in this month if you're going to run or if you're just going to half-ass it. And I hope there are no toddlers in the room, but I just think it's so important that I'm really honest with you, because this month, if you go for it in this month and you don't half-ass it, and yes, it's harder in this month to kind of go all in because there's so many shiny things, there's so many distractions, there's Christmas, there's drinks, there's, you know, there's all kinds of things going on. And I'm not saying don't enjoy that stuff, of course do, like, life's for living, you want to live in the present as well as like looking to the future. But make a plan now, if you haven't already, as to what you're going to do this month. Like, have you got those goals set in stone, and are you negotiating on those goals every time something happens or comes up that's super fun in the diary? Because if you're doing that and then you're not catching up and you're just letting that thing slide, you're half-assing it. And I'll tell you, if you half-ass it in December, you won't fly into 2020. So the people that are kind of all in right now, who are looking at what's in the diary, like, for example, me this weekend, like, I was up north from Friday until this morning, and I didn't really get that much done because I was with my family, and of course that's really important. But I'd made a plan as to how I was going to make sure that I'd caught up on that, so that I'm not behind, so that I'm where I would be whether or not I was here or not, and I've still been able to enjoy that family time. And that is crucial, because if you've got, you know, it's a season for parties and stuff, and you're not then making up or doing what you would usually do because you're like, oh, it's December, it's fine, you're missed. Like, it's like December is the time to double down, and it's the time to double down because everyone is enjoying themselves. And also, not only are they enjoying themselves, like, I remember me kind of 2 years ago, so this is before I'd started Beachbody, and I don't know whether this will resonate with any of you, but at the end of a year, what are we all thinking about? Like, what we want to do in the next year. Like, are we happy in our job? Like, how does it look? Can we stick that job out for another year? How are we feeling about it all? And that applies to you right now. Like, if you're in a job, like how you want your Beachbody business to look next year. But it applies to those people who are watching you, who actually may well be thinking what I was thinking. And I'm sure all of you guys have thought, when you're looking at, like, you're at a season of change, which is potentially and likely December, you're looking to see what else is out there. And you'll be looking to see what else is out there likely this month of the year, okay? And if you're the coach who's half-assing it, and you're kind of there and you're not there, and you're following up and you're not following up, and you're going all in 1 minute and then you don't show up for 2 days the next minute, you're going to miss those people who are looking for you. They're looking for you. Like, they are winding down at work. If they're in a corporate job, they're likely winding down. Everyone's winding down. They've got their Christmas parties too. They've taken their foot off the pedal. But if your foot is on that pedal, you are going to make your 2020 now. I absolutely promise you. And I was accelerating hard this time last year, and it propelled me to the middle of next year. Like, it propelled me to the end of June. Absolutely the work that I was doing now. Because people who aren't showing up, they're not going to go to that person's page. And so there's going to be less coaches showing up. And so the ones that do show up are really, really going to reap the rewards. Okay, you may be like doubling down right now. And I can tell you, you might be finding it frustrating because you're talking to people and they're like, I don't want to join you now. Like, I'm not ready. Like, I'll start in January. And you're like, you're trying to position yourself so that you're calling out their objections, right? Which we definitely should be doing. So think about you in this season. Like, maybe think about you this time last year, or you 2 years ago. Like, why would you need this in your life? Because the person you want to be talking to is you 2 years ago in the season. So what would your issues have been? Why would you be potentially looking at starting a fitness journey or starting a new job? How were you feeling? What were your pain points? And I want you, after this call, if not now, to think about what that girl's pain points were. Like, Why is it that this would be of interest? Because that is how you need to be positioning yourself in your post right now, because they're going to be your people, your tribe. But remember, what you do now, I absolutely promise you, when these guys are winding down, they are going to enroll with you. If not December, like I remember Boxing Day for me was crazy. Like we had all this family stuff and I was like, Boxing Day afternoon, I'm going to sit myself down for 3-4 hours and I'm just going to follow up. And I flew to the end of December was crazy nuts. I was up at the summit, which is my in-laws' house, and I just locked myself away. Like I know we've got family stuff, and I'm not saying I didn't do the family stuff, but I definitely had scheduled in my business. So think about it. Like, how are you thinking about this business right now? Are you feeling deflated? Are you not where you wanted to be this time of the year? You planned out your 2019 and it's not gone according to plan, and you're feeling kind of a bit deflated. So you're just thinking, oh, do you know what? 2020 is a new year, so I'll just kind of half-ass it to the end of the year, and then I'll go all in January. Well, if that is your mindset, you need to change that now, because I'll tell you, if you change your mindset to go into 2020 roaring, and you've kind of half-assed it through December, you are going to be even more frustrated in January, because now is when you're sowing all those seeds. And I was thinking about this today because I'm doing a lot of seed sowing at the moment, and I'll be honest, it's a frustrating time of the year because you've got people who are like, oh no, I'm too busy at the moment. And it's like, what are you busy doing? Like going to all your parties? Like, do you know what I mean? But you can't call them out on that. Like, you've got to kind of let them get on with it. But I know that despite the fact that my conversion, or whatever way you want to look at it, is going to be lower right now, all those people that are telling me no right now are going to be yeses. Not all of them, but a lot of them will be yeses come December. And I was talking to SJ this morning, so we did workout together. We did the bar early release workouts, and I'll just share my strategy with that, just in case you've got that. I'm doing my bar workout every day. It's available until the 15th. Like, I don't care about yoga. I'm like, I want every single person on my page to see me doing these bar workouts, and I want them to get such FOMO that when they are available for them to purchase, they know exactly what it is, because I haven't missed one single day of the sample workouts. I'm ramming it down their throats because I know those people, when they come into the new year, perhaps they haven't exercised for a while. And so perhaps they're not really into like the cardio and strength training programs that typically we do at Beachbody. And that scares them in January. And I think Beachbody strategy is an amazing one with this bar program, because actually this is really going to hit the people who are like, oh, I haven't done anything for ages and it's all a bit scary. But actually, if you position yourself correctly with bar, and you're talking about it all the while you're doing the sample workouts, like I'm making sure to talk about the workout once I've done it or before I've done it. Like, I can't believe how like high effort that was, despite the fact it was really low impact. And I'm saying the message over and over again, and I'm talking about how anybody can do it, how it's leaning me out, and again, like, that's my message every day until the 15th of December, when I don't know what I'm going to do because I can't get access to them, probably yoga until we can get back in again. But think about that, because if there is any month of the year, and I'm not just saying this, guys, this needs to be the month that you turn up the heat. You really turn up the heat. It's not the summer. It's really not. Turn up the heat now, okay? And it might be annoying, and it might be that you have to like book time in your diary when it is the time of the year that we're spending time with friends and family, and that's okay. But think about also, if you're like struggling to do that, the cost of not doing this now, what that means for your business next year. And are you willing to sit with that because you didn't want to be disciplined and show up at the trickiest time of the year to show up? And it's interesting when I look at even like this time last year, obviously a lot of you guys weren't in the team, but I look at who did well from Run Wild, Hustle and Shine into 2020. I can guarantee it's those girls, even thinking about the girls that did do well and continue to do well, they showed up through December. So make it be like I think about it as I actually really enjoy this time of the year. Like, I don't know how you guys feel about the business. Some of you guys are really new. You probably don't even know how you feel about the business right now. And that's okay, because we're all in different phases of our business. And I think it's really important to mention that too, because I don't want anybody to feel like, oh, well, I don't feel like that. Like there must be something wrong with me. No, like we are all on our own journeys and we're all making our way through these journeys differently. But those people who aren't kind of clear on, they haven't found their groove with the business yet, if there's one thing I can tell you, keep it simple. Just show up through December. Show up through December. Get your business activity tracker out. Don't have it on your laptop. Have it printed off, because I tell you, when I printed this off, it made such a huge difference. If I have it on my screen, it's like it's not really real. So it doesn't really matter if I don't tick it off. Like if I've printed it off, my like motivation is very different. So just think about what you want to achieve by the end of this year, what you want to have achieved. Where have you perhaps made a plan and it's not come to fruition? Where do you want to end? And just go for it, because people are winding down. So it's real prime time. And I really think about my corporate career when I think about this, because it was the same in property. And I'm sure with like many of your industries, and no matter what industry you're in, there are people who are like, oh, like if you're a PT, like I don't want to start now. But there are also people who are trying to get an advantage from this season. And I know that was so true in the property world. So like when a lot of the other agents are reeling back, they're like, oh, it's Christmas time, I'm just going to go Christmas shopping. I would be like leveling up with follow-ups. And December was often my best month, because I was like, while everyone else is taking their foot off the pedal, I'm gonna clean up. And I did. So it's a mindset. And obviously that mindset comes with you knowing what this opportunity holds for you, potentially. And I shared a Ashley Molstad a YouTube video, which actually I watched early on in our business builder group earlier on. And she was talking about the moment that she really changed her business. And I'll just share this as a snapshot, because I didn't know this about Ashley. So she's the top Beachbody coach. She earns 7 figures a year. And 4 years ago, she was suicidal. She was suicidal. She was bullied really badly at Nike. She thought everyone hated her. She thought it would be better if she just gave up her life, because nobody, it would be better if she wasn't there. And I didn't know that about Ashley. And she went through so much personal development. That's why she's so passionate about this. That's why she's so successful, because she didn't chase after goals. She just said, I just want to help change as many women's lives as I can. And I just love that so much. I absolutely love it, because that's her motivation, number one. But also she said, I really started to level up when I said to myself, this is a 7-figure business. This is, if I half-ass this is me not showing up for my 6 or 7-figure business. So, and that resonated with me, because that's how I call myself out. So I don't know whether that works for you guys. Maybe it doesn't, but it works for me when I want to half-ass it, which we all do. You know, we're all human. We all want to half-ass it sometimes. Having some trigger that can call you out on that behavior that works for you, and maybe you need to think about what that trigger is. Because I know we have the team here that is capable of absolutely like smashing it in 2020. We really, really do. And I want to tell you guys that I really believe in each and every single one of you on this call. I really, really do. But you need to believe in yourself, and you need to put in the action required. And the other thing I wanted to say was, did everybody see my Beachbody bingo for December? I'm going to unmute everyone. How do we feel about it? Because I'm like all in for it, but I didn't, like, I know Tiff said the writing was like quite faint, but if you print it off, it will be a lot clearer to see.
Yeah, I couldn't read the writing, but I'll try printing it off.
Because I think if we all embrace it, it will be really fun. But obviously if we've just got half people doing it, it won't be fun. So let's print it all off and go for it, and just make that something fun for December. And as I said, like, I'll give $100 or £80, and then a second and third prize to whoever fills those boxes.
So is it first to fill the boxes? Is that
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Is there a time limit on it, or is it just
to the end of December? To the end of December.
Cool.
Yeah.
I really need to print it. I was like squinting.
Yeah.
I'll print
And
it.
it was tricky with the fonts because it's quite a small grid, there's only like, I tried other fonts. So
I liked it. It's pretty. That's all I really care about.
you need to be able to read it though. But yeah.
I printed it off and then just kind of followed over the wording with a pen just to make it a little bit more darker. But
And it's fine. Is it fine?
yeah, like a few of them I had to kind of guess a little bit, but then I figured it out what it was. So
well, let me know. Like I can always change the fonts if we really don't like it. But if Marty's managed to make it work, I think it will be fine once it's printed.
I'm blind. I can't see the fonts. Maybe if I print it, but we'll see. I haven't printed it yet.
Yeah, I think printing it will make a huge difference. But yeah, can you please let me know if you really can't see it once you printed it, because clearly that is an issue.
You made it on Canva?
Yes. Yeah, with the fonts. I can just put it in another font.
Yeah, sometimes the pretty fonts are not like
yeah,
what is
maybe
it
it needs like the I think there's one called brushed, which is like a capital font. I could just
yeah. Because Mackenzie does the same thing with her fonts. I'm like, they look pretty, but then you can't read them.
Yeah, that's the thing. I always want it to look
I know. When I'm choosing fonts for things, that's what happens to me. I'm like, oh, this is pretty, but like, you can't really tell what it says.
It's the same when I'm doing like just posting the team page in general. I'm like, I try a like really pretty font, and then sometimes it just doesn't work because you can't see it. But does anyone like, this is quite a short call. And obviously, like in the past couple of weeks, we've also covered off goals and stuff. So I'm hoping that you guys are clear on your goals for December, because clearly, if you're not clear on your goals, then what I've just said won't fall into place. But does anyone want to ask anything, comment anything? Like, it's quite nice to make this like more interactive than me just kind of talking at you.
Okay, I want to say something really quickly.
Yeah.
So what Izzy was saying about what you do, especially like November, December, that will prepare you into next year. That is so true, because that is the exact thing that happened to me last year. Like last year, November and December were like really good for me. And that's what I did. Like I did see other people in our team that weren't really like showing up, or because I was like really looking into everybody's Instagram stories at this time last year, because I was kind of like really pushing and wanted to like get inspiration and stuff like that, and I couldn't really find anything. But I was sending so many invites daily. Like now is a little bit more difficult. I take care of 2 babies now, and I like don't even have a break to eat sometimes, if not most of the time. But I was working during my breaks. I was working as soon as I got home. I was sending invites. I would stay up until like 11 p.m. just like from maybe the time I got home, from like 7 p.m. to like 11, sending invites, sending follow-ups, because I felt like just because other people weren't really showing up doesn't mean that I could. And I can't remember if December were like my most, like out of the whole year was probably when I got the most Success Club points, it was like
Claire got the best we'd ever got in December.
Yeah, like just because other people are saying, oh, like the holidays are in, people are traveling, they're spending money on like Christmas shopping. So it's not entirely true. Like some people will use money to like invest in themselves and like buy a product that they believe in, especially if you've been showing up forever. Like I was showing up obviously as much as I could before like that time of the year, so had been very consistent. So when I was like really pushing it during those 2 months, like it really helped me, and it did propel me into the year for like 2019.
Yeah, and I think it's really interesting with Jojo, because I was saying on the business builder call on Thursday, like, take it in seasons of push and seasons of reel back. Now is the time to push. And Jojo is a prime example of someone that just she like, if she'd been working hard before, she just went double down. Like it was like a complete flip switch, gear change. And I could see that. It's like Jojo had gone from like this to suddenly she was like just climbing the mountain. It was just, she was unstoppable. And that's kind of, I can't give you that feeling, right? But it's, you'll know you're in that place. And I'm sure Jojo will agree, because you have your blinkers on. As Jojo said, like, you don't care what anyone else is doing. You're just going to do it. And you're just going to do it. And you're not going to worry about the outcome. You're just going to keep doing it and trust the process. And I think that's what we all did. The three of us, Jojo, Claire, and I.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Has anyone got any questions or comments or?
I just wanted to say that I have had some applications to my call to action, and I'm really glad because it's a promoted post.
Oh, well done. That's awesome. How many have you had?
They've had 2 in the last 2 hours.
And when did it get approved?
Earlier today.
Oh, well, I'll tell you, I promoted my post this time yesterday and I've only got 3 so far. So you're doing really well.
Ah, okay, that's good
Yeah,
to know.
that's going well. And the second day, you put it on over 2 days.
Yeah, I did. I didn't do as much. I didn't do the £80 in the end. I just did 40, but it's going better than the one I did for
Okay.
80. So
Yeah.
and I've got the 2 people that have applied. I've got like, I'm really intimidated because they've got like way more followers than me.
Oh, don't worry about that, because some people, a number of followers that someone has doesn't indicate their success or their worth.
That's so true. That is so true.
Yeah. Like don't even. And actually, it was really interesting a while ago. I was like, oh, I can't invite this person. They've got X number of followers. And Guy was like, what the heck? Like, just invite them all. Just like act as though they've got 100 followers. That it makes no difference to just. I think the main thing with these applications is that when you apply, you connect with their application and that you're yourself and you connect with them, because that's how we form connection with people who are our tribe.
Yeah. Cool.
And how are we all feeling about our strategy for December? Do we all have a strategy? I'm really hoping so.
Yeah, that's where I had a question.
Yeah.
What we're gonna do when Barblend goes?
I think I'm gonna do a blend of stuff off God, but I'll probably do a lot of yoga, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna be doing because it's not back till the 10th, is it?
There was that blended calendar though, right? The one that you were using of Elise's, the one which had like some of her yoga ones, some of her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's I saw a calendar somewhere, like a hybrid of like all the ones that she's done that will kind of prep you for Barblend.
Oh, I've not actually seen that.
I mean,
do you have it, Jojo?
I might. I'm not sure. I have to check.
Yeah, because that would be, otherwise I'm gonna have to work out where it is, because I think that probably will be what I do, actually, the hybrid.
It might be, I don't know if it's in the team in the champions page.
Okay, I'll have a look.
It could be. I'm not sure. I'm sure I saw it in one. I saw it in a group, so it could be on that one.
Okay. It could well be on the champions page, because that's where they shared the bar training. Yeah. I'll have a look.
I'm still like I don't know what I'm gonna do, because I'm still doing 6 weeks of the work, and I would like to do a second round. But then I also want to like, I've gotten people interested in Barblend. I don't know if I should do the 2 of them or if I should.
Oh, I always say,
Barblend.
like, doesn't matter if you're doing one program, still invite to another, and you can still run a group doing the other, even if you're not doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna run a bar boot camp if you want to plug them into mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I ask it? Does anybody know where on Instagram we can find stories that we posted 24 hours ago?
Under archive.
Archive.
Yeah, you have. It's like, I think it's like on the top, right corner, where the three lines is.
Yeah.
You go there, and then you go to archive, and then on top of archive you can do like stories or posts. So when you go first, you only see your post, but then if it's a story, you just click on archive and they give you a drop down menu and it's right there. And you'll see all the stories that you've posted.
Brilliant. Thanks, Jojo.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know, I'd seen those stories archived before, but I never knew where to find them. So that's something I didn't even know. Good to know. Because I was like, how is she looking at stories from like this time last year? Cool. Well, does anyone have any questions or anything that they want to ask or anything they want help on or?
Yeah, I was just wondering if anyone's ran like a free 2-week boot camp. Because I'm thinking of running a free 2-week boot camp starting not next week, the week after, so that when the 2 weeks then comes to an end, it's just before New Year's, and that people may then think, oh, I want to continue doing programs and then actually sign up to a challenge pack.
Yeah, so Kelly's done them for sure. I think Lisa has a free one. Marty, I think pretty much anyone that's been a coach for some time has got one. I'll be honest, I've got one, but I haven't been in there for ages. And I think that's a great strategy. As long as you are clear on what the strategy is within the group. So what you're going to share each day, you know, are you going to, there was a link actually in the UK Business Builder page. I don't know whether you saw it, Thomas shared it. I think I shared it in our team page with all of the free workouts that there are for every single program. So you could put that in there, get their feedback, you know, just, I would say with a free group, and I'm sure the girls would agree, like just make it like relevant to you and your vibe. So like, I don't know, like mine would be I'm all over personal development and stuff like that. So like whatever it is you enjoy, and share as much as you can about the community that you can, obviously with it being a free group. So like whether you do like a water challenge or plank challenge or, you know, things like that, I don't know. But absolutely that's a great idea, because again, you're going to have all the eyes on you while they're not doing anything, but they're still watching you. So it's a great idea to set up a free group right now. Is prime time.
I think ours is still open, right? Remember that we did the one before we opened up the virtual fit gym? We did like a sneak peek into the virtual fit gym.
I can't even remember that. Yeah, I can't even remember.
Yeah,
that's how busy I was.
Yeah, I mean, it's still open. I can't remember what content we used, but we did challenges, and we did I think every other day, because I think at that time there were only like 3. We'd only found like a list 4 if Ship Shop and another like
session maybe.
So if you look it up, what was it called? Sneak peek into the virtual fit gym or something like that.
Yeah, it was. You're absolutely right. Hold on, virtual.
It's still open.
Virtual gym.
It's still open. We don't post on there, but we added a bunch of people that were interested. And did, I can't remember who organized it or how we organized it.
I think
this was like so long ago already. Yeah.
I can't even find it now, which is really weird. But anyway,
it's because if I find it, I'll share it on the team page.
Thank you.
Yeah, that would be amazing. I think free groups are an amazing idea, and I'll be honest, like I suppose with me running this page, like obviously our team page and my own virtual gym and the nutrition bootcamp and then other like business builder groups, for me it's dropped by the wayside. But that's not to say that it isn't an amazing idea, and one that definitely when you're like building your business, it should be a non-negotiable, because that's, if you're not hitting Success Club and you're really trying to, you obviously want to give value through free content. That's the way that you're going to build trust. So it should be something we're all doing, me included.
Izzy, you know, you said there was somewhere on the one of the pages the link that takes you to the free workouts that we can use to do that. Can you like repost it?
I can, if I can find where it was from, but I'm pretty certain I've put it in the team page. What you'll need to do is just go into new Team Hustle and Heart images.
Oh, okay.
It will take me probably a million years to find out where. I think it is under images. Or
what is she looking for?
The links to all of those workouts and all of the free workouts. There was a document that was shared in the
Oh yeah, I'd like that too.
It's in the UK Business Builder page somewhere, so if you go in there and find it, I would offer to do it, but honestly I've already shared it once and it's definitely in there.
document.
If someone finds it, can you guys post it again
Yeah.
so that I can
Yeah.
archive it?
If you YouTube Beachbody sample workouts, quite a few of them are on there. I've been posting the YouTube links in my free group.
There we go.
That's a good option as well.
Thanks, Imogen.
Yeah, they're on Vimeo or something like that.
Yeah, it's so the document that's on the Beachbody UK page is quite cool. All the links are on one document, and I did post it in the team. But
Actually, I've got a question about. I set somebody up with a free account.
Yeah.
Because you can get all the sample workouts on there. She's messaged me. She's like, "Oh, it's just asking me to buy stuff." I was like, "Oh."
Well, with the free trial?
Just a free account.
That happened to me once. Did you set her up with quarterly bod?
No, I just enrolled without purchase.
That's where it doesn't work. I've done that, and I had a woman that ghosted me because she thought I was a complete, because I'd like basically sent her some free work and then she couldn't get in, and she literally thought I was just completely trying to she didn't like me for it.
Right, I'll go and tell her that then. I was like, I'll just send her the Vimeo, and I thought, no, it's probably a bit shit.
Yeah, you need to enroll her with the quarterly bod where she gets the first 14 days free.
A lot of people come back to me and go, "Oh, I don't want to do that." They're like, "It's asking me to pay." I'm like,
"You are." Oh yeah, so that's why.
Oh, because it doesn't ask you to put your credit card info, but they won't charge you.
Yeah, it does.
Until if you don't want to do it, you just have to cancel before the 14 days.
Yeah,
or else you'd be like an automatic charge.
I had
or like the first 3 months.
I had 2 people enroll on that, but all they could see was Clean Week and another thing. It didn't come up with.
Did you set them up with the quarterly?
It was just so the Beachbody website that you make, the office. I did put the button on there to go to the free trial, so I sent them that, and that's how they logged in.
So you actually need them to do the quarterly where they put in their card details, but they get 14 days free. Because the other one, I don't know why they haven't just completely wiped that off, because it just makes people really irritated. I'm just trying to find this thing because it is in here. It's in the team page. I've put it in here. The other thing. Oh, sorry. Go.
I've just sent the last time somebody was interested in, and I sent her. She was like, "Can you give me some free workouts I can do at home because I can't." She was like cardless, and I sent her a sample of the work and a sample of what's it called, Morning Meltdown 100.
Yeah.
I mean, I would just it seems like it might be easier to send in samples of some of the workouts to see if it would be like the style of workout that they would like to do, rather than like sign them up with the 14
for that.
days.
It's really annoying.
Huh?
This document that I'm talking, because it's got all the links on one document, so you just send the document to people.
Just put like a on the search bar in the group.
Free workouts. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, if you put like whatever phrase you probably use, it'll come up. How long ago did you post it?
Not that long ago. No, I can't find it. The other thing that I was going to say, which is absolutely huge and completely me changing the subject, but it is so unbelievably exciting, and certainly for us in the UK, well, actually everyone, because you need to start booking flights, is Summit. So Summit 2020, really need to think about whether or not you're going or not going, because as a team, what we've decided we're going to do is get an Airbnb, which will be unbelievable. It's what like a lot of the top teams do, and I just think it's so much like, because we did a hotel last year and that was fun, but you're kind of in the thick of it and you don't get that much time together as a team, and I just think it's going to be so awesome. So really think about that if you haven't made a decision. And I was saying this in another call if you weren't there, like really work out what you need to do in your business to pay for that ticket.
Have you found an Airbnb yet?
No, because I don't know how many people we've got, which is why I'm like, I need to know.
But that's the thing. That's the reason why we didn't get an Airbnb last time, because the year before the girls got an Airbnb and it wasn't close enough to the location.
But I just think I'm going to really research it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because that's what like teams like Mandy Kai, they all do that. And I just think for us, it's particularly as like being a global team, it will be super cool to all hang out together.
Yeah.
And obviously make sure that it's not too far away from the vet, because obviously if it's too far away, then that's just going to be a real pain, and I don't want that for anyone. That's just
rubbish. Because we rushed, like while we were there, we're like, gosh, we're like pretty much running the whole time.
Yeah, but I think but that's why I really need to know. So I will do a post on the team page, but I'm going to put a deadline on it for the team, because I can't possibly like look at Airbnb and all of that jazz until I know numbers and everything else. So like if you're thinking about it, what I would say is it is the most important investment in this business. If you're serious about this business, you need to be there. Like no brainer. Like it put rockets under our backsides. And I know Lisa's putting a thumbs up. So, you know, it's kind of like, are you in or are you out? Like if you're in on the business, you need to be there. If you're not sure, then you need to work that one out. So yeah.
Are you in the coach chat?
Which coach chat?
UK coach chat.
No, I've only got my UK coaches in there. Okay, hold on.
I found it, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I've been looking for it. I can't find it.
I found it. I'm just gonna tag you in it.
Jojo, but you're not in the chat. Sorry.
Oh, it's on the chat.
Right, I've just sent it to you, Jojo.
Oh, okay, got it. Why don't you just add it as a file on? You can add it as a file on the team page.
Yeah, I've put it in, but I don't think I added it as a file, so I'll do it now.
Oh yeah, I was looking at it. Oh, okay. Oh, that's I think that's a good amount of free.
That's amazing.
There's 8, I think.
Yeah.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8.
Yeah.
Plus, if you add the bar workout, that's 9. So this, what? Oh, it says Mr. Mas. They don't speak Spanish, so you're not gonna understand.
Mr. Math.
Yeah.
I'm posting it in the team page, and then I think maybe I can. I'm doing it off my iPhone. It might not post as a.
Sorry.
I'll try and save it as a file when I go back into the team page on my desktop. Okay. Yes, I can't wait for Summit, Lisa. I'm so excited, but we do need to seriously start making a plan, getting accommodation locked down and flights.
I'll look at flights.
What's that?
I'll look at flights.
Yeah,
Yay!
Really seriously, for those people who aren't sure, you really need to work out this month whether or not you're going to come, because I will start.
When is it? June? June?
July.
July.
If you like look in Coach Office, I can't remember the exact dates, but it's in there.
Like the 16th or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's you literally have butterflies because it's so incredible.
Oh my god, yeah.
And the group workout in the streets, there's like 20,000 of you working out. You shut down an entire city and they closed down all of the streets. And I remember, I'm not sure if everyone else here did, but I remember halfway through the workout starting to cry because it was just so but it's so moving. It's so moving.
I'm laughing because I basically cried out a Super Sunday and there's 20 people there.
Yeah, no, honestly, it's so I can't describe the feeling. I've never had a feeling like that in my life. What's that?
I nearly started crying in Marbella and there weren't that many.
Yeah, no, honestly, it's pretty moving.
I didn't cry during the workout, but I cried every presentation.
I probably cried during the workout because I was really hungover.
Oh, and it smelled so bad. I couldn't finish my workout. It was where we were standing.
Oh yeah, it was
some
by a sewer, I think, or something. It was so bad.
Yeah, it was awful. But we were hungover.
And then we'd had Energize, and I thought I was going to vomit.
We slept 2 hours that day. Remember, 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, but Jojo, that's because you were telling us all about digging a hole in the desert to go to the toilet in.
Wait, what was I saying?
8 o'clock in the morning.
So we all shared a room, guys, and we went to sleep to what the hell was it, Jojo? It was
the white noise sound machine for the babies.
Yeah. That was brilliant. It worked.
Yeah, that's like my holy grail when I can't sleep. Well, so pretty much every day.
Oh my God, your husband must hate you.
No, we have like air purifier, and we use that now because it kind of makes a similar sound.
Oh my goodness.
So we have an air purifier in the room, and it just like runs all night.
That's hilarious. Right, I'm going to let people go. But yes, if you've got any questions individually about Summit, or you're on the fence and you want to talk to me about it, or in fact you want to talk to anyone here that was there, like Marty, Jojo, Lisa, and I were there, I'm sure every single one of us will unanimously say like you need to be there if you're serious about this business. But any specific questions that you can't find the answer to on Coach Office, do message.
That was the first thing I did. I hadn't even had a client, or I didn't even have any SC points. I was just new, and I just like knew I had to go to Summit because I joined a month after everybody came from Summit, or while everybody was at Summit, and I was like, I want to be there next year. So the first thing I did was literally buy my ticket for Summit. So I got.
What did we do at Summit, Jojo?
Oh my gosh. Oh, we walked the stage.
We walked the stage. We were like, so we did Team Cup. And Jojo and Claire were in the UK Team Cup team, and we were the top UK Team Cup team. So me, Jojo, Claire, and Menina in the UK.
I had so many butterflies.
Yeah.
I think I had diarrhea that day. You know when your stomach gets hurt?
But it is amazing.
So nervous. Oh my God, it was the best feeling though.
And
we were carrying the UK flag.
Your like diamond goals, anyone 1 star or above for Summit who was locked in the qualification walks across the stage in front of 20,000 people. So like think about that. That's pretty awesome.
I gotta go. I've been told it's dinner time.
Right. Well, I'm going to let everyone go because we're just kind of having small chat now. But oh no, we need to do a boomerang. We have to do a boomerang. Sorry.
Well, I won't miss that.
Right. Okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Cool.
Tag me because I'm on my phone. I can't get it.
You. No worries. Nice to see you
guys.
guys.
I'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.